My name is Ryan Bartlow. I am the executive chef and co-owner of Ernesto's, located in the Lower East Side of New York City. So, callos to me is a very satisfying dish, mainly because the way we do it here, a lot of people initially are turned off from hearing about tripe and offals, yet once they taste this, they realize how much, I think it just feels very soulful and loving. Next step, we're starting to cook the callos, okay, and all the other products. So I always put the bouquet down first. I like to weigh down the bouquet and the vegetables. Bouquet garni, like I said, is the aromatic herbs, okay, and the cheese puff. I'm gonna put that down. And I'm gonna put down the onions, carrots, leek, 2 cloves of garlic, only 2, that's all you need. Next, veal, okay? Veal. This is all the gelatin right here. Trotter, excuse me, tail, pigtail, not trotter. But trotters are fine as well. Hawk, and the callos themselves. Next, very important, cold water. We're going to fill this with cold water, put it on a low flame, let it come up gently. Just as if you were doing a stock, you always want to start with cold water and let everything rise slowly so you're not getting this kind of congested, impurity-laden stock. It should all come up low and slow. Alright, so here we are 5 hours later. Wow, it's perfect. Okay, let's try it itself. Got the hawk here. Veal huff. Tail. Look at that. You can just see it. It's perfect. More tail. More huff. And more hawk. So, very, 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 very important. This liquid is just as important as the solid here. This is the fundamental foundation of the tripe. Take a chinois. It. Okay, this is a beautiful olive oil from Jaén, Spain. We're going to start with all that jamon. A little bit of the chorizo iberico. Chorizo itself is very flavorful, so I think this will sustain this batch. I'll add the onions now. I don't mind them sweating at the same time as the jamon. I love onions. Because naturally there's a lot of salt in the jamon and the chorizo, I'm going to be very careful as to how much salt I'm going to need to season this part of the sofrito with. I probably won't add any seasoning until after the roux is formed, and I add the cooking liquid from the first cook of the callos back to here. Then we'll adjust. As you can see, you can hear it. Now a lot of people are cautious to add garlic now. That's usually because their pot is too high and they burn everything. But I think having the garlic on here is a fundamental part. Pimentón goes in. Pureed tomato. Okay. Now it's sizzling. Okay. A little more. Last thing. I'm going to kiss this all with flour. That different than making this using gravy. Look at that. Tightening up, seizing up. How do we loosen it all up? All that liquid we had before. I started with a metal spoon. At this point, I go to a wooden spoon. Now, I like to start with less liquid to catch the roux and see where we're at and adjust it. So the tripe's been cooked. Now we want to cut it down into pieces to fold it back into the sofrito that's been thinned out with the cooking liquid. I like squares about this size. Doesn't have to be perfect, but consistent. About 1-inch squares. Okay. Now all the meat's been cut up, and I'm going to add it back to the sofrito that's been thinned out with some of the cooking liquid that this was all cooked in. I might have to add more, but let's just get this going. So carefully, I'm making that. Add it in. Okay. There's the last good bit. Put that on a little bit. Now, wow. Look at that. I have all this liquid. I'm going to add this. It's still going to come down and reduce it just perfectly where I want to. So I want to get it back to where it is now once this liquid comes down. So I'd say in about an hour, hour and a half, considering this is a little bit of a smaller batch than we normally do, it'll be ready to go. What is it? Last stir. Don't burn yourself. Never want things to roll too hard for too long. And I'm constantly stirring because you don't want it to stick. That's it. See how glossy it is. The aroma is incredible. So, not much to it. too. That makes me the happiest. ¿Cómo va? Bien, no? How is it? Pretty good, huh? And one thing we're going to feature today, a lot of our charcuterie